Why hello everybody, my name is Threatx and welcome to Operation Condor. In the 1970s, Operation Condor was conducted by the dictatorships across South America as a means to repress political opponents and dissidents by any means necessary. For better or worse, the US stuck its fingers in it and it got its hands dirty in order to keep communism in check. However, KGB spies have uncovered and exposed the operation and brought the issue to the UN. Now, the entire world knows what's happening, and the Soviets and their allies have seized the opportunity to launch an invasion of the continent. I don't remember seeing this in the history books. And to fund socialist guerrillas to overthrow their oppressors and neverly establish new pro-Viet Soviet governments across the region. Now, the US is trying to save face and stop the communist takeover. It must launch its own intervention against the ruling juntas and stop the communists before a second Iron Curtain forms over South America. But for everybody though, while also covering up the role they played in the starting this mess in the first place. Okay, so classic American operation here. We must go in, destroy everything, and pretend that nothing happened beforehand. So it looks like we got to go through and do our primary mission, which is to control at least 8 South American territories after 120 minutes. Prevent the Soviet Union from annexing more than 8 South American territories at a time, and have less than 10 million casualties across all factions. That's an interesting comment, that one. It means that if you wanted to, you can't just nuke your enemies to oblivion, you had to avoid loss of life everywhere. The secondary missions are simple as well. Capture all territories in South America, cover up the CIA involvement by destroying all South American intelligence agencies before the Soviet forces do, and complete the secondary objective in 100 minutes or less with less than 2 million casualties. Fair enough. So with this mission, we technically have 100 minutes instead of 120 minutes because we want to make sure we get the bonuses from doing all the secondary objectives. And we also got a bit of a time issue at the start to take down all these little bases across the map here. But apart from that, let's get started. Condor Coalition. Look at this mighty empire in Southern America. Now, this mission is very different than the ones we've done so far because unlike the other ones, we actually don't have a base in South America. We have to liberate places to build stuff onto the island, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Now, the game has been nice enough to already give me a few units here and there moving towards the southern continent. Now, we do have a carrier group down here which actually has quite a few units in it. It has 3 military units, army units, 1 engineer, and we have exactly the same in the ship over here as well. So that's a pretty good start for us. There's a lot of units here we could use to invade Chile. We've also got another fleet at the top here which is moving towards, I think this will also be Brazil at this time period. So I don't really know the best strategy here to do this. I have done this mission before. What I did last time was I made a beachhead over here and I sat there for like an hour and I mostly focused on Chile and moved up and captured everything else afterwards. I think we're probably going to do the same thing. The one thing we need to make sure we are doing though is getting rid of these black sites. Now I think there is a, this is count just in case I'm making a mistake here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4 black sites. 5. This one's actually in radar range for some reason. I think there's 5 black sites. So we're going to try to take all these guys down. And then after that, that side objective is done for the rest of the game. And there's no immediate loss clause on the secondary missions, which is pretty good. Now, luckily for us, if we zoom in a little bit, we actually have the wrong button, everybody. We actually have people that are quite close by all the different sites. So in theory, we might be able to take these guys down immediately. If not, bad times, but we're going to give it a shot anyway. So we want to be moving our units around towards any black site they can see. There is also a dude over here. I think we'll move these guys in the same direction as like a double attack. In case we fail the first time, we can have the second guy give it a shot from a different angle. We've also got a black site over here in the top. So I think probably the best bet is going to be just to get one guy who goes directly towards it, and the same here, and hope that they all succeed. Now, before we actually start playing the game, of course, we know at this point we have to do ourselves some research. Now, what research should we do? That is probably the main question here. I feel like we've already got some good upgrades anyway because we've got jet powered frames, but I will point out, due to the distance from our bases, if we were to use transport planes, oh wait, it can reach Venezuela and Colombia, so we actually can just directly drop units from the mainland onto this area, which is pretty cool. I also feel like we can also just do a little bit of a subplot, so we land them here and then we can actually land them pretty much anywhere in South America. So that's already pretty good. We haven't got to worry about that technology there. Also, I want to point out the game's given us some new stuff. We've actually now unlocked spy satellites and optical data link satellites as well. So that's pretty awesome. Now, I haven't used much satellites myself because it's kind of a newer technology. I haven't really messed around with it much. But it seems that once you build a satellite, you had to launch it from a base inside your own country. And after that, it kind of goes on a pre-planned trajectory across the world over and over again. So the idea being, if I can get the game hammer to work, is while it's going over a set area, you see everything in there like a recon plane, and it kind of just goes over there over and over again, which is currently why we can see a lot of the Soviet Union, because we already have some satellites set up. Now, of course, the other side of this would be that these guys here are doing exactly the same thing to me. So the Soviets are currently aware probably of my general positions on my main continent, which is not very good. We want to probably try and deal with that. So I'm thinking that we might want to be going and getting the nuclear anti-satellite weapons. I think. Do you know what? We're not doing this because I just remembered this version uses nuclear. I don't know if that would count as nuclear escalation against the Soviet Union. So just for safety, we're not going to pick this. So after thinking about it for a little bit, we're going to go for the enhanced helicopters. Now, these guys, of course, are badass, and they've done a lot of damage to enemies in the past. I think making them better would be a no-brainer, because it means we get just more weapons, speed, range, everything becomes better, and we just become stronger for it. After that, I think we're going to delve into the world of ground forces and improve our units a little bit. Now, I believe probably want to go for this one first. This increases the range and damage of everything we have, as well as accuracy, which should be pretty good, right? If we start shooting them first, we're going to win. If we have the same technology anyway. So we're going to try and grab this fella. And after that, I think we'll delve into body armor and some even better protection against just various nuclear, chemical, and biological weapons. Pretty handy. Okay, cool. So with that out of the way, what do we need to do to win this mission? I think once we've done our landing, we want to do probably a lot of this general building. So we want to get some air bases up to like surround the area. I personally last time used this region here to create an airbase because I used it to pretty much reach the entire region without having to worry too much about range. I think we'll do exactly the same thing again this time. So with that in mind, I'm actually going to delve into here and we're going to build some additional air bases. Now before this though, we have to put down our research lab and our intelligence center. Now of course at this point America's getting a bit buff. Okay, look, we've got a lot of buildings pre-built everywhere, and some of them might include existing ecological buildings, which I don't think actually is the case here. We do have a spy agency here though, so what I'll do, I'll double it up. There you go. I don't know if it's technically a glitch. You can build 2 spy agencies because it's 1 per faction, but we have 2. It's fine. And I think probably the best thing we can do here is before we move on with our main production is to build some security checkpoints and surround it, because I think the AI might come and try and take this out at some point, so we want to make sure this guy has a good protection. After that, we're going to go for, if we can find it, no radars, because I think the engineers we have at the start come with radars, so that's covered. I want to get myself probably 2 air bases, 2 tactical air bases, no wait, 2 air bases, 1 army base, and 2 tactical air bases after that. It's going to take a bit of time to build all this, but this should be a very good start for our air coverage on the main area. Cool. I think we should let the game run then. Also, I want to point out these guys here now actually have cruise missiles. So this might sound a bit weird, but we're actually going to surface them, which I don't know the exact range at the moment, but they should be able to help us out with just attacking the enemy fortifications along this radar here. And also, because the game's given us a bunch of new bases to start, we're actually going to tell them to send off a spy plane. I think it'd be in range. No, it's not. Ah, what a pain. I was going to see if I can just fly them over here and scout out enemy territory, but it looks like that's not going to happen, unfortunately. There's nothing I can really do about it. We can kind of scout these bits, but this is a bit of a dead area of the map anyway. These bits here are where most of the enemies are, and also where the Soviets are landing from mainland Europe. There's a lot of enemies in this location as well. Okay, let's move the forces forward, and let's prepare our internal forces to move closer towards South America. As far as I know, there's no real reason to have any forces stuck in this mainland. We're going to move them all over and have them all over in South America. I will leave behind these carriers and stuff though to help protect our coastline in case Russia has some interesting ideas. The Soviets are ferrying troops to Brazil from Lithuania, and we can seriously hurt their invasion if we interdict them. We also need our own foothold in South America, so we should mobilize our troops at home and capture a territory right away. I agree, sir. The Enterprise is en route to the Chilean coast right now, but do not forget, we have to destroy all 5 intelligence centers quickly before the Soviets can provide that we were involved in Condor. I don't know why I said provide there, but just go with it, it's fine. Anyway, let's have a look around a little bit, shall we? So, we're going to let the game run and see what happens here, though I feel like this guy's about to just run into an enemy army base. Let's get out of the way there. Don't mind me. I thought we're getting closed in on all sides. What is happening here? This doesn't look good at all. I'll tell you what, guys. I think you're in trouble. We probably want to try and double up a little bit. Because I just remembered, by the way, that I think we've got to be very careful because the enemy spec op bases actually have defenses. They have army gun dudes. So they actually might get killed on the way over there automatically. So as they're heading over there, we're also going to go over to our main area and we're going to go and check out our strategic bombing bases. Now, if you guys remember last episode, I was obsessed with providing my units with long-range ballistic missiles from planes, which we now have. So if I go over here and I change the loadout a little bit, we can now go to ALBM, which should mean that our effective range is pretty much over most of Central South America. It's going to be pretty effective. I mean, right now, if I look at this guy here, and we look at the range, it already goes down pretty much into Argentina, which is pretty badass. If we actually deploy one of these units, let's go and take out the space over here, you'll see that the range is huge. I mean, even from just launching from our base in Texas, we actually can attack Mexico City, which is ridiculous. So the chance of them stopping me with these planes is very low. They're very, very powerful. A shame they haven't got a little bit more range, but I guess it is what it is. Okay, so they're going to be doing their job over there. We also want to try and group up some of these units, I think, if you guys can follow and join up, my friend. Now, I do want to also send units over this way. I do know that there are some various enemies around and about on the map anyway, so we've got to make sure we keep an eye on the Soviets. We're not technically at war right now. Yeah, we're not technically at war right now, though, so it should be okay. But I'm pretty sure the war will start quite soon. But if we come across Soviets, I think we have to wait, because if we attack them, it's worse. If they attack us, it's fine, because double standards. So once they do start their war on their own, we can then take down their units as they approach us a little bit. Oh, good job, my friend. So that's one spec op base down. You guys are heading towards the next one over there. I think I kind of broke through a little bit here because there's like no one here to stop me. I'm just kind of sailing around. Sailing? This is a ground unit. It's okay. Don't worry about it. We're going to move on with our lives and pretend I didn't say anything. Let's get some more guys over here. How are we looking? Our guys are semi-deployed and ready to go. We're going to just send them off via airway to go and land in Venezuela. I'm sure they won't mind. Actually, they probably will. Let's pretend it's okay. We'll get these guys over here. There's going to be quite a few of them, right? I've got to be careful because I don't want to accidentally send them off where they land and they can't return. That's the last thing I want to do right now. Some more over here as well, right? Yes. So where can you guys go? This is one I've got to be careful of because they can have a bit of a problem here. Once they're there, they group up and we send them closer into the nearest attack objective. Because this game doesn't actually have logistics, it just has territories. So in theory, I can conquer this place right here and spawn stuff in the middle of the Amazon rainforest. Don't ask how it works because I don't understand it myself, but it's a thing. Have we just accidentally threaded the needle? No, we haven't. We have not. You guys go to the base at the top. You guys keep pushing through to this one. I have kind of threaded the needle a little bit though, but it's not on purpose. I'm not amazing. It's a coincidence. Just to be clear here. Good. I think Langley is safe from enemy spec op teams for now, which is making me a happy man. Okay, how's the rest of this looking? The subs are getting closer. You guys can... Oh, be careful. Go around to the top if you can. There's actually an airbase over there. I was going to do some bombards, but I think we want to be careful, because it looks like there's actually some enemies' vessels, which is kind of terrifying. So we're going to see if we can intercept them with the ships we have. Remember, my sub-technology is not brilliant, unfortunately, because it's just not. As simple as that, really. What is happening here? Wait, sorry, I'm having a mental breakdown. Give me a second. Can you guys go under the water, please? Thank you. I did not want to attack an enemy destroyer on the surface of a submarine. That's not a very good idea. Let's have a look around a little bit. Have you guys done your missions? I think there's only one left. Wait, so we've got one here. There's one at the top, which is dead. I think the bombers killed it. I didn't even get to see that happen. They're gone. That's finished. This is the last target, I'm pretty certain. Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to try and get these spec ops alive just to give like general scouting in the region. But for the most part, I think they've actually done their mission, which I'm pretty proud of. So let's send them back in towards enemy objectives. We can actually take out stuff such as AA emplacements, but it does seem they've been spotted by everything in the universe, which is kind of terrifying. If you guys can hit the... Oh, they're being chased. Get out of there, men! Get out of there! Oh, no! They can dodge the bombs. They have Humvees. These are the guys in Call of Duty, you see. That they don't actually die. They just go missing in action. What do we do now? Thread the needle, my friends. Thread the needle. You got this. Why do they have missile launchers? We don't understand. They're so powerful. Okay, this one is mine. I've got this base. It's going down. Happy days for me. Let's get you guys up this way. Get away from the enemy spec op team. Oh, this is great. They're actually doing a lot of damage here. I'm impressed. Whoa, good thing I checked over here. There seems to be an enemy army on path. We'll get out of the way of them and head over this way instead. How's it looking, guys? The American army has landed. Excellent. We've got more guys to come over here, though. It's taking their time. Okay, big-ass bombers. Your new objective is to take out various bases along the Chilean coast, so we can make some progress here. And we want to continue moving towards the... We've done it! We finished it! That was quick! I don't understand why this is even a side objective. That was so easy. He just did it in a few seconds. It actually took me 1 minute and 49 seconds to do a side objective. That was great. Okay, good work, Commander. We've destroyed all evidence of their involvement. The Soviets can accuse us all they like, but there is no evidence at this point. Excellent. Good thing no one had any like copies or anything, or we would have been in trouble there. So, what's the next stage? I guess the next stage is the actual invasion itself. Spec Op team lost. Spec Ops, no! They're going down! Hang in there, men! Never surrender! We will fight them on the beaches. Wait, that's the wrong country. Actually looking pretty good with this bit over here. Oh, I don't know how I feel about this. Let's hope the Soviets don't declare war on me right now, because if they do, we die. It'd be really bad. We're friends, right? Yeah! There's nothing to see here. There's no animosity between America and the Soviet Union. They were the best of friends. Ooh, so it seems there's actually a second group of vessels we've just spotted, which is quite interesting to see. We'll send my guys forward that way anyway. As for these fellas, we're going to keep sending them, just threading the needles and whatnot, see if we can get some additional kills if we can. Also, I want to point out that we're doing a brilliant job right now with the helicopter killing, which is pretty epic. Oh, can we see these new missiles being launched? Check it out. Fire the missile. Awesome. I don't know how they're going to stop me. I don't think they can stop me. We're going to join up the Spec Op teams. So we're going to cross the streams and they'll be even more powerful. Actually, I'm trying to figure out, so what is left over in America? Do we have more? There's a guy over here who's very far away. We'll send him off now. We also have people that are not in the base at all. Good. Okay, they can just get moving soon. And I think that is it, right? That is the entirety of the American military, well, on the mainland, being mobilized into South America. So, pretty good. That's quite a big force, by the way, so I'm pretty sure we can do some good damage with that if we want to. And let's just make sure. Are you guys inside? You are. Get hit moving dudes. I want to make sure we don't accidentally land in this lake. Why did you deploy us in the water? It was a mistake. You have to believe me. But we left behind one man? What did he do to deserve that? Are we done? Done. I love the deployment of long-range units. It's pretty awesome. Okay, looks like the Gato has found some targets. It's already killed one enemy before we even got in combat range of their torpedoes. So that's pretty brilliant. And this one's looking pretty juicy as well. Oh, no, there's enemy sub. Way more danger. Strange danger, guys. Take it down. Wait, how are all these torpedoes doing no damage? What is even happening right now? Switch target again. Wonder if we can, because they're moving away and keeping a long-range combat range. If we can try and micromanage it, we might be able to kill both of them without losing any... No. Why is this happening? They're spinning around. This is the worst case scenario. Can you guys dodge it? I don't think they can, to be honest, but you always have to believe in yourself, right? It might happen. Okay, we're actually getting quite close now to the first capture objective, which I'm looking forward to myself. And we destroyed the enemy over there as well. Excellent. Cool. So this bit is now kind of safe, right? So I'm actually going to join up this guy with the other fleet, and we can have like a super death fleet, which is going to be pretty epic. Because I think subs are stupidly powerful right now. So if we have like a group of 4, there's no way any fleet's beating that. At least I hope so anyway. I want to check out, by the way, can we kill an enemy army base with spec op teams? This is not a smart idea. This is not me like making some weird strategy choice. I actually don't know if this works or not. So this is purely just based off me giving it a shot. And if it doesn't work, I'll never do it again. As simple as that. Well, I always play with my friends. They're like, why do you keep trying these stupid ideas? Like, if I don't try them, how do I know if they're stupid? That's what I always say, everybody. It makes sense in my mind. Okay, we need one more unit here, then we got this entire army. So this could be pretty powerful. So I say what we do is like we do the beachhead I mentioned before. We land here, we absorb their damage from the Soviets, leave them alone. The next group will be coming from the north down this way and join up with the main group to the south, and we can flood through and counter everything. It's going to be truly glorious. Okay, I want you guys to start bombing, if you can, the enemy base nearby. The enemy has stuff to counter me, which is never a good thing. Can you guys stop what I just told you to do? Plan B, plan B. Because they're multi-rolls, right? They need to be launched with AAMs if they're going to do some damage here. So, what do they have, by the way? They have the old generation AAM, which can still instant-pop me, but it means I have a little bit better chance of surviving. But not in that particular case. That guy died. There's no way around that one. He's dead. So it does a lot of static damage, but it doesn't do enough. That does in theory mean, because they kind of died as they touched it, if you had a squad of, I think, 8 or 10 spec ops, you can instant pop army bases. But is that practical? Probably not. But it is a thing you can maybe do. Okay, so plan B then. As we're doing literally nothing right now, let's send in my bombers to start taking down enemy bases we can definitely in range of. We'll get ready there. We got these guys closing in. They're nearly here, and they should be available to kick some ass soon. We've lost a destroyer. They have a submarine. Why can we not see this submarine? I'm a bit concerned, because I don't know if we killed it, because I can't see it. I think it's dead, personally. I'm going to deploy a naval helicopter. We'll see if we can sonar it. I think we're okay, but I should have kept that in mind before I came here. But of course, everything is 20/20 in hindsight. Unless you're me, because I can never see anything. I'm blind. Keep going, friend. Keep going, keep going. So we should be able to start using the actual cruise missiles in a second on this military base, which would be pretty effective. We've also got mission objective. Thank you very much. Does that mean you killed that? That was ridiculously fast. I'm actually flabbergasted by that. Move up. Okay, so we've got to be a bit careful with timing in a second, because we're about to have 3 separate naval invasions at the same time. It's going to be a bit spicy. Oh, wow. So we just captured a technology, everybody, which unlocks the ICBM warplanes, which are actually a new type of unit again. Let's see if we can find some. I don't know where they're normally held, actually. Oh, they're over here. EW aircraft. They shoot some weird jamming radars that can just mess up radars, and also they mess up SAMs. So they're really good at that job. But the problem is they haven't got good range. So you have to kind of build one of these bases quite close to everyone else. But it's pretty effective if you have them nearby like a front line. They're pretty good. Okay, so with that unlocked, I also want to make sure... can I prioritize what they do? Technology for radar. This is actually intermediate technology. It just unlocks theory, so it doesn't actually give you anything, but I will get it anyway, so we can unlock better radars at my own will later on. I don't know why this guy is just going this way. Who are they attacking? Oh, there's a random Argentinian ship off on the coast. Why is that over there? I don't know. Come back. Get back in formation, my friend. We'll send you guys nowhere, because we know for a fact there is an enemy fleet moving this direction, so we want to get rid of that at some point. Okay, so it looks like we have defeated the enemy air wings, so we will go back to attacking with our aircraft as well, which is good to see. We also get to see some more bombing in a second. They can't counter it. How do they stop this? Poor people. Poor people. So remember, the Soviets are actively attacking South America at the same time. So we haven't got too much time to mess around, or we will lose it. Why is that here? Well, we haven't declared war on them yet. We cannot attack them yet. It's okay. We'll leave them be. So I actually want to station the carrier group around here in Santiago. We're going to actually land troops in a second. We're going to have one base in Santiago with a forward operating base. We're going to land 4 units in total. So I want to have one here, and the other ones I want to have over here. Now the plan is going to be as well, the second ship, which this area is clear now, so I'm not worried about it too much. We're going to land them 1 unit here. Actually, I'll tell you what, we'll do all units here, and we'll walk them up. Because there are still enemy forces in this region we've got to be careful of. So it looks like they've got some military bases and whatnot around the gap. So with this being finished soon, the next objective is going to be down here. We want to try and take down the enemy bases in that region. My base is going to be here. I think I mentioned it already, but it's got a good air range in this location. So let's have a look around a little bit. Why are they doing that? I'm very concerned about them just floating around near me. I don't know what their plan is. I do not trust them, and I hate every second of it. Okay. This is the bit that's a bit dodgy, because we want to get these guys landed immediately before the Soviets declare war. Uh-oh. Torpedoes? Oh, I think we're in a bit of trouble right now. Luckily, the torpedoes split damage and went for someone else. Oh, wait, no, they went for the torpedo. We'll be okay. Oh, no, don't lose the, Don't lose the landing ships. What are you doing? Just drop them off, man. So what I'm going to be doing, the Soviet technology is better than mine with subs, so we're actually going to be putting this fleet back in a second. Actually, we're doing it right now. Yeah, this guy's getting out of here. We're not going to keep him around a little bit. I will quickly, though, try and deploy the 2 spec op teams. We're going to be retreating this guy out of this region because the Soviets have a continual conga line of death coming from the Lithuania, and we want to avoid that if we can. Soviet forces and their proxies have just received authorization to attack American forces on site. Okay, great. We're running the hell away. But I've deployed my forces. That's what I really want to do here. So this is going to be a bit interesting, but we're going to have a double-layered fortress base. So we get double the hills, I think. And we're also going to deploy nearby the SAMs. Now, this is going to be a very important base because this is going to be, as I mentioned before, the distraction base. The entire point of this location is to make people try and kill me, and they won't be able to. That's it. That's all they're going to be doing here. Now, you're thinking, wait, how are you doing this? You've only got like 6 units and some forward operating bases. Well, the strategy is, which works very well. Remember, last episode, I unlocked the power of CRAMs. So if anybody tries to shoot me with a missile war AGM, I will shoot them down because I'm in close proximity. Now, this actually was a strategy I used last time, and I didn't even know I was doing it At one point, I got attacked by a Soviet fleet, and I had so much AGM, sea rams, and they couldn't even attack me with a fleet just off the coastline. It was very, very effective, so I want to replicate that for this time. Now, the issue is going to be is if they do move forward and take over Macapa, but I'll keep an eye on it, and we'll move forward if we need to. For now, though, I think we'll be okay. Oh, wait, where are you deploying that base, buddy? Do you know what? We should probably do it a little bit more inland. Should we do it near the coast? Let's do it here instead. Yeah, don't do... You've done it already, haven't you? That's okay. That's only a SAM site. So put both faces here. No. When you deploy a unit, it auto goes to the next one, which causes problems in some cases, as you can see. Okay, if you do that, I want you to put another SAM site here, and I want you to put the military base nowhere, apparently, because you're not deploying it. Put that there. Put that there. Why can't I deploy the... Sometimes the UI is a bit weird in this. I'm not going to otherwise. It's a bit odd. Okay, so move your units forward. We don't want to be too far away from the bases, or the sea rams won't function properly, which is the main reason we're even here. You guys head back into base, and carrier group, I want you to pull back all the way into Puerto Rico. Good. Spec Op teams, I don't actually have a use for you. Scout, I guess. Just figure out what's nearby. We'll go from there. Okay, also, other invasion-wise, we have landed nearby, which is good to see. We got a unit moving towards San Diego. I want to build a base nearby as well. Now, these are probably going to be subject, unfortunately, to enemy units such as Spec Ops, but I can't really defend them until we capture the region and put some checkpoints down. The good news is, though, we have kind of absolutely destroyed everything nearby. I'll tell you what, we're going to cancel this objective, and we're going to move the entire fleet over here. Why? Because I can. Deploy base. These makeshift bases are very limited use. I'm going to be honest here. So they kind of let you deploy 2 attack helicopters and 6 multi-rolls, which sounds great, and it kind of is, but they can't be replenished. Oh, wait, no, they can. Normally you can't replenish them, but if you have a nearby operating base or some kind of repair function, I think it allows you to access the grid to get reinforcements. But don't quote me on that, I might be wrong, but I think that's how that works. Okay, how many units are here? 2. So one of you go there, and the other one move up to La Serena. Entrench. So hopefully with the addition of the military base here, we should be able to instantly pop anyone that tries to go for us. Now, I did make a miscalculation, of course. If you're thinking you've messed up already, you're correct. I didn't actually realize that I didn't have a radar. I thought they came with these units. So when we actually deploy the bases properly, we want to make sure we put a radar down right away to see what's nearby. But I will counter that and say that the military ships have a little radar on them. And I think the bases come equipped with one as well. Yeah, they have a very bad radar, but they have a radar, so it's good enough for me. Good. I also want to move these subs into Allied waters so they can maybe repair. If not, I might be able to get a repair ship for this military enterprise fleet over here. Okay, so while I'm messing around doing literally nothing, we need to make sure we keep the sheet bombing going. I don't want to kill anybody around here, because if we weaken the forces of the Condor League near the Soviets will move in and capture it right away. We want to avoid that at all costs. We want to focus on their forces where I am present already. Okay. Cool. So while they're doing that, hopefully things work out okay. I'm still leaving most of these forces near here, though, just in case I do get attacked by something. I reckon they might be able to give me a hand. So that is the only reason. The AI seems quite dynamic in this game, so I do not want to get caught unaware by some kind of invasion of America. If that's even possible, I don't know, but I don't want to risk it. So it does seem my friends have already started doing... Why are they exposed to sarin gas? That's not me. I think that might be the Soviets. Because I've not even researched mustard gas, as far as I know. Yeah, I haven't. No, that's not me. That's someone else. Don't blame me on that one. I like how the game's forcing me to get all these technologies for nuclear weapons. I'm not using them. No. I refuse. I'm a conventional man, and I will win conventionally, okay? They can't stop me. Though I do need to get some technology to stop them from bombing me at some point, but that's a future system there. Okay, my friend, I want you to build the last base over here, and we should have a very nice, condensed group of defensive units here. This should be very good. The AI can no longer capture this region because I own this base. Sorted. Okay, so with that in mind, we also have our other operation base, which we want to bring in elsewhere. So I'm not sure exactly how I want to do this. So this base is going to be just distraction forces. I want to capture this region, and I might build the secondary... I got loads of engineers, right? We might build their base a bit closer in, and maybe around Kubara, if we get that lucky. And if not, maybe we'll build it around this region instead. It's going to be quite close to my other base, but this is a forward operating base, remember. So they repair units. I can use it as a checkpoint to repair damaged divisions. Okay, guys, I want you to move in. Let's get rolling. Is this going to be our biggest force then? So we got... Why are they separate? Some of them are damaged for some reason, but I don't know why. But we got a lot of forces here. So this should be a nice barricade of doom we can use to fly towards our enemies here. It's going to be a bit of time, by the way, because some of these bases are pretty big, especially Santiago's, so it's going to take 4 minutes to capture. So by the time we land, it'll probably still be capturing Santiago. But it is what it is. Okay, you guys are looking pretty good over there. Can you get some more information, please? Shame I didn't get a bit more satellite coverage so we can see a bit more over here, but you can't really just lock something in orbit, at least at this part of the game. Maybe you can, but I can't just leave a satellite just over Brazil or something. That would be very handy if I could, though. Do you know what we should also do? I was just thinking about this a second ago. I need more information, right? We should also unlock a specialized base so we can get the anti-radar guys and spy planes. And also, I think we want to probably get ourselves some ballistic missile launchers. If I do that, though, we also want to make sure we get a security checkpoint. 2 of them. No, 3. If we have one big base, I'll surround it before security checkpoints. But I'll put them all into one region. So I have like a big base and I'll surround it with security checkpoints. I think that should work out. Okay, we would know by now if there was enemies nearby. So I'm going to tell them to drop off their forces on the location. And we can build a little side base in the region. These guys are locked in, good to go. I want them to pull back the engineers. These guys also come as C-Rams. So even though I'm a bit further away, they should be able to help support this region as well if they get attacked by missiles. Apart from that, though, that base is pretty much done for the rest of the game. Ooh. Okay, so we're nearly taking down the La Plaza base. Oh, no! No! Oh, he just survived. I hate losing units for some reason. I've got like a problem with it. So I have to save my units at all costs. I have no choice. Okay, let's put down the military base in the middle and a SAM site nearby. And also we do have a random makeshift airbase, which is going to be pretty irrelevant when the rest of my forces get this stuff down. So 3 minutes until we capture Santiago, which is good. The enemy is unfortunately attacking us with aircraft. I'm not sure why we haven't deployed to counter that, but we have now. Oh, I think they literally just put down this airbase moments ago. This wasn't here earlier, I don't believe. We can actually attack this very quickly and efficiently if we just use the helicopters on the nearby bases, because we're pretty much in range immediately. Unless they decide to attack me. What am I talking about? I'm a moron. So I thought they already had the fighters deployed. Okay, guys, stay inside, stay inside. Come back, come back. We got SAM, so we'll wait for them to burn through their fighter forces, then we'll take down the base ourselves. This armada. Dun, 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 dun. I really want to take down wherever this fleet is. Did I... Spy plane, EW... AWAC. Okay, we're AWAC. I want to AWAC over this region of the map here. If we can spot that fleet, I reckon we can take it down with the combined bombing force. And we can get rid of one of their invasion fleets, which should be pretty powerful. Looks like the Argentinians have a carrier, which is... They have 2 carriers. I don't know how that's possible, but they have them. So, let's keep that in mind. Makeshift airbase. Done. Can you guys move forward and just sit up in front? Just in case they do come rolling. So far, because I don't think I own any territory, the AI has not really had any interest in coming to attack me. So that's interesting to know. And we've actually pushed some technology. So what was the one I got first? It's been so long, I actually remember I'm not... Improved helicopters, that was it. So unfortunately, until we get a bit more technology, we have still got a penalty on intelligent age. So hopefully with this next technology we grab soon, we can then get rid of that debuff and we go for something a bit more powerful. I'm thinking that I might grab... It's not going to be for this mission, but we might start grabbing some of these, which are anti-ballistic missiles. It's important to get both of them because the initial version shoots nuclear anti-missile missiles. So we want to avoid that if we can. We want to get the ones that are conventional, which would probably save us a little bit of hassle there. We've also in theory got the ability to increase our radar range more, but I think we're currently okay. Because there is going to be a point where we want to switch out to do technology only, but I think it's too early to say that I've won the mission with my units in hand. There's a lot of stuff that can go wrong. Oh, perfect. So, as my allies are roundly attacking themselves, if we have a look, we can replenish their forces. Because we've got a nearby reinforcement base, so handy. This one I can't tell. Hopefully it is in range. It should be. It should be fine. You guys made it? Okay. Leave behind one unit, and you guys can now move towards the next objective. I don't think they're going to come this way. I don't believe so anyway. I think we're too far away. Well, that's impressive. It looks like they've actually just put down a military base on my face, which honestly, I do not approve of. So we're actually going to need to get some more reinforcements to take care of this quickly, because it's going to do damage. So if I actually increase surface all the submarines, they can use their missiles there. I also believe we're in range with the other bases, with helicopters as well. No, but we can use the carrier. Also, now that I've set up this defense base over here, we will move the fleet back down here and assist with taking down the Soviets first. Are you actually attacking that unit? I don't know what they're... They must be. They're literally right next to it. This has unfortunately, though, killed the engineers. In fact, wow, you unentrenched yourself ridiculously fast, my friend. Dead. That was close. We just survived that one. That could have been a bit awkward. Spec Ops spotted nearby. This is exactly what I was scared of a second ago. And it does show that before we put down our mega base, we need to make sure we actually unlock the side objectives. Done. Cool. Oh, why hello there. It's a nice anti-air gun you have. Because we have no radar over here, they are going to just appear from nowhere because we can't see that far. So I have to keep that in mind. Okay, you guys. Back under the sea. I can hear fighting again. Screw checkpoint, that's fine. Okay. Did you manage to identify the enemy vessels? I think that's one there. We need a brand new AWAC so I can send it back over there again. Or we can use a spy plane. It's not going to have a very good long-term effect, but we should be able to see anything nearby. Also, it's very fast. Unfortunately, shooting old positions is not going to be very effective. No, it's not there. Where would it have gone? I'm not sure. We need more radar coverage of this region. How are we looking? 10 seconds until we... Oh. Yeah, this base is just doomed, really. Without constant amounts of protection against Spec Ops. That was also a Soviet Spec Op as well, so that wasn't even the Condors. Speaking of bases, though, we've now secured Chile, which means I can now deploy my units on the mainland, which is brilliant. I might actually quickly move up security checkpoints now so we can defend our bases quicker. Because as we just saw a second ago, it's a big problem. What the... Wait, when did I lose a submarine again? Oh, they found me. Am I crazy? Did you just see that? I think I clicked on it and it died. Am I the chosen one? It still seems to be launching torpedoes though, so maybe I'm just screwed. I'm not certain. No, it's still alive. We just can't see it for some reason. Let me just deploy the helicopter. Their sonars... Okay, there it is. Thank God for that. If I couldn't see it, this fleet would have been doomed. All units, please kill this super submarine. It's gone. I think we may have lost... Yeah, we lost some units in the interim. I'm very concerned about the power of the Soviet subs. It is kind of terrifying. I might have to fit in, despite me not really wanting to. We might have to put in enhanced sonar. It says it increases the detection range of sonars, not the efficiency. Is that two separate statistics? Increase range, increase range. Ooh, that's a pretty... So I was looking at that. It upgrades tactical nuclear torpedoes to a high-speed version. Ooh. Increase range. Increase range. Maybe it's both. Maybe it increases range and efficiency. I'm not certain, because I don't know why I couldn't see that guy until he was like on my face, but I guess it just is what it is at this point. Anyway, let's let the game carry on there. This fleet is going to try and protect me if I get attacked by the Soviets, but in the most praise it's probably going to just die, to be honest. But my forces have already landed in South America, so it doesn't really matter. The fleet is expendable at this point. Okay, guys, keep moving forward. Unlike last time, we're now going to move this way. I will move off, though, 2 separate units to go and take out the 2 separate regions down this way. The quicker this is done, the better it's going to be. Also, for other parts of the map, as we've now captured this region, we don't need to deploy the units nearby anymore. We can send them where we want to. So we've got 3 divisions here, and we have 3 divisions down here. Now, the enemy army base has actually got 3 locations to take over here, but it looks like most of the Soviet presence is down this part of the map here. They have mobile sound launchers, they have radar waves, coastal missile batteries. They got things. They have things they can use. I believe we're going to put the army base around here somewhere, if it lets me do it. Perfect, thank you. And I want to have like the air base area we talked about earlier. So we want to have the big ones in the middle. If we can do it. Game says no. Game says yes. And we'll have some tacticals at the top here as well. Now the tacticals are going to be a bit more limited in range because of what we're doing. But they can still support me in this region. But they may not be very useful taking over this bit here. The main thing is going to be, though, if I just put down the radar as well, is it's not going to be all this stuff. The main power is going to hopefully come from radar sight. It's hopefully going to come from the ballistic missile batteries. These should have very good range, and they should be able to see all the way down there. So I actually want to deploy these properly if I can. So we have 1 security base here, 1 security base here, and 1 security base here. Now, there might be a gap, in theory, because they can get through this bit, but I'm pretty sure the security checkpoint will pick them up, and the army bases will help shoot them as they try and pass through. That's my general thought process right now. Okay, as for future things, we're going to get our guys inside the army base, and we're going to start deploying them towards our objectives. I also want to put down this radar, so we can clearly see what the enemy's doing, which currently is nothing, so good to know. Are these being repaired passively? They're not. Okay, so that's what I was worried about. I wasn't sure, because the AI repairs itself in its own territory. We haven't got that ability. So I want to try and get myself a resupply ship. This should allow my units to, well, pretty much absolve their damage on the carrier group, and we can also move the subs nearby to get repaired by proxy. I tell you what, I can just do this as well. Done. Protected. This should be safe from enemy locations. So we now have actually got ourselves some additional army bases. We want to make sure these guys are on the same wavelength. So we want to make sure they're deploying AWACS so we can see what's around me. They might die though, to be fair, but we can give it a shot. We also need to make sure they are equipped with the long-range missiles, which should be very, very handy in the future here. Done. We also now got this control group here, which is going to be our multi-roles, so they can attack nearby enemy units. I think we might want to start doing that sooner rather than later. Now, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using initially the bombers to take down the AA because they can attack them beyond radius. Then we're going to send in the multi-rolls to take down the enemy army forces nearby. That should work out quite well. We've also technically got these makeshift air bases we could use as well, but I'm not that keen on them. So we might just leave them there for emergencies. So weirdly, they're gonna, they deploy, move away, deploy the missile, hit the target. Problem solved. I love it. It's great. Okay, units, engage. Good. There's nothing that they can possibly do to stop me from taking these units down, which is always good to see. So strategic bombing. We want to take down army bases that we can physically see. But what do we want to take down first? That's my main question. What do we want to take down first? There's a lot of actual military bases, because we currently got all of them in the same control group, right? So maybe what we should do, I'll tell you what, I'm changing my plan. We're going to put these guys in control group 3. You guys are going to be in control group 4. And the original bases are going to stay in control group 5. The reason for this is that we can use these to attack fleets instead if we have radius of them. Otherwise, I think they're a bit too far away to be used on generally every attack. Yeah, it's not going to... Like, by the time they get over there, it's going to be too late. They're going to lose their forces for no reason. I don't think it's going to be worth it. We'll leave them be. Okay, good. Control group 4 then. I want you to take out enemy army bases. Good. So with complete air control, it should be a pretty stable way we can move forward here. And you guys, I want you to move and deploy down south. We're going to group everyone up first, and we're going to move in a giant wave and leave people behind afterwards. I can hear attacks. Is that because we're being hit by a spec op again? Yes, enemy spec ops attacked. They're very common. Ballistic missile. So the effective range of this ballistic MRB is pretty much the entirety of South America, apart from the very top right. That's okay. We're going to have to stick to using the MRBs, though, which are not as fast at shooting. So we can use these to take down very long-range enemy units. So we're going to use them to take down, for instance, a Mobile SAM, and we can use them in the future to move in and attack elsewhere. Why are you not doing this one first? Thank you very much. Cool. I think the problem with these missiles are not as good, and also they can get shot down if the enemy has the ability to do so. But it should be mostly okay. I don't think the Soviet collaborators have that much technology. Oh, okay. We have a new radar signal, which is an entire army of enemy ships, which is kind of terrifying. We're going to change targets immediately, and we're going to start trying to take these guys down. We do have all the subs, so we want to move these guys forward first. Unfortunately, we haven't quite got the resupply ship up and running yet, which is a big problem for us. I think I might actually temporarily change these guys around to stick what you're doing, but I want you to try and help us out here. We do... This is actually a landing force, isn't it? I believe. I'm not 100% certain. I think it might be a landing force. So that means they might not all be military ships, which is what I was a bit worried about. Let's make sure that's switched over. The game spawns these guys in with military nuclear weapons, which is terrifying. If you just right-click right away, you've messed up your entire game. Good. Who did that? Was that the strategic bombers? Damn. Effective, powerful, deadly. Everything we want to see in life. Do you know what? I think I accidentally untagged something. Control group 2. We're going to see in a second when they get more radar range. Okay, here they come. Cruisers coming in. We want to probably knock out the cruiser first. It has the most DPS for enemy land units. Landing ships are handy to get rid of, but I don't think that's going to be a priority over anything else. That's a terrible idea. Good work, sir. Sinking those landing ships. We're seeing a lot of activity in the submarine base in Grem. Oh, we just unlocked some more enemy torpedoes. Good stuff. Excellent. Cruiser first. Cruiser first. I want to also run forward the 2 landing ships if we can to try and absorb damage from the our units. That would make us a little bit more powerful. The landing units are trying to run away. They have resupply ships. They have other vessels as well, which is kind of scary. Oh, no, I've got this. The sheer amount of firepower is too much for these guys to handle. Good. My distractions are working. Do not be part of my American Navy. I'm like, I will use you to take damage from the carriers. Good. Okay, resupply ship has been achieved. This should start passively healing any nearby units, which may even work in the middle of combat, which should be pretty handy. So it looks like the enemy's lost. The only thing they have left are 1 destroyer and some landing ships. So they're over. It's done. And good. The enemy destroyer is attacking the landing ship as well. So the distraction is working the second time. I'm a bit concerned about that torpedo. Oh, wait, no, they shut down one of my subs. Enemy down. Done. Okay. Can you guys go back over here? And I want everyone to be repaired and good to go for future combat. Excellent. Okay, so back to the other objectives we were doing. Let's send off the ballistic missiles again to take down the enemy SAM sites. Should be pretty handy. We want the military bases to be taken on... They can attack from range, can't they? So we're back on this target here. And it looks like they've actually come towards us now with some enemy units. Now, these guys weren't doing anything, so I'm going to leave those guys be for now, and we're going to focus elsewhere. Also, I've been a bit distracted, and we got other bases going on at the same time. So we want to move these fellas forward and try and take out the middle region here. So there is actually quite a few of them. I don't know if we did want to attack right away with our forces. Oh, they're coming to us. That was not what I was expecting. So in that case, we're going to set up a defensive line, and I'm also going to deploy a single forward operating base so we have a defensive repair rate while fighting here. Engineers, pull back, and I want you to drop off one of your forward operating bases. Done. Okay. I'm liking the look of these units. They're getting a lot more modern military, if you ask me. Good. It looks like the ballistic missiles have done their job for now, which is exactly what I want them to do. If you guys some more mobile sounds, you'll be good to go. Because these guys haven't got heals. That's why I was a bit more cautious about their defensive posturing. When I say shields, I mean repair bases, sorry. I'm playing a lot of space games recently. I get confused with terminology. What can I say? I'm only human. There's quite a few of them, but like I said, we want to make sure we keep the HP up. That's how it's a bit of a problem. Mendoza's been captured. Excellent work. And the enemy is being attacked as we speak. Let's also bring in this fella to give us a hand as well. And we can use these bases. I might actually put... Screw it. I'm going to automate all the makeshift bases. I don't really want to put them in a control group. Their range is too small. Or, no. Do you know what? No. No. I'm taking it back. We're going to add these to control group 2. And if they happen to be in range, they can send assistance. But I'm having some technical difficulties. No, that's not... There you go. Okay. Assist if you can. Because that's another potentially 3 or 4 simultaneous air wing attacks and also helicopter attacks, which is pretty good. If they're in range. Ooh, that's an AA unit. I was not expecting that to be there.
Research complete.
Early tactical optics. So now we've got a little bit more range when it comes to attacking enemy, which is good to see. Okay, technology-wise, we're looking pretty good. I do want to grab an enhanced sonar, thinking about it a bit more, just to stop the enemy's subageddon. And also, I think we want to dive into... Oh, I still can't do it. I'm pretty sure by the time we get to this, the debuff will be gone. Because as we research more techs, we go up in technology level. It should be finished by then, so we can get ourselves some increased passive build speed. Good. Not good. Why'd you have... This guy still has an airbase on him. Did you pick up an airbase with a glitch? Why did it go back inside the engineer? What the hell happened there? That was weird. I don't know how to explain that. That was not normal. Okay, enemy forces are nearby. This is what I was on about earlier, by the way. So you can kind of see it working a little bit. Actually, let's put a sound down here. Because they're trying to deploy AGMs, and as they do, they get shot down. There's a lot of enemies nearby, though. It's pretty cool. I love how it works. Yeah, this isn't looking too great for us at all with the abilities there. Okay, well, next stage anyway. Let's see if we can carry on doing stuff. As my guys are going down this way, the enemy base is nearly destroyed, which is good to see. That'll be sorted out soon. We've also got ballistic missiles I haven't been using. I think they finished their target. Yeah, they have. So I want to make sure they're back on task. So I probably want to take down... None of these, actually. I don't think any of these are actually an important military target. So look around elsewhere. That's a military target. Oh no. I love these missiles. They're so awesome. Sorry, buddy. Oh, it didn't work. It's okay. Anyway, everybody, I think at this point, despite the time, this is already going to be it for today's episode. This one's going to probably take me another episode to finish, so I thought I'd end it now. I noticed that while I've been playing this game, I tend to like lopside everything, so I kill everything in the first like 10-20 minutes of the battle, then I just speed through the rest of it after I've won. But this one is a bit of a larger mission. The enemy is going to be respawning units for a long time, so we've got a lot of work to go through here. But for now, everybody, that is it for today's episode. I hope that everyone has enjoyed, and next episode we should be able to finish off this mission and conquer South America, which definitely did not happen in real life, but it is what it is. Apart from that, everybody, thank you for watching. As always, please like, subscribe, and comment below, and I'll see you next time. Bye.